Well, today we're going to be doing Yoda, Y-O-D-A, Yoda. So this is a Hasbro Yoda figure. He's alright, he's a bit strange. He's got huge solid legs. I'm not sure why they even bothered, because that's as far as he can move. He's got a head, he's got a necklacey thing on. Don't know what that's meant to be. He keeps his money. So it's not bad, it's a bit sloppy, it's very basic toy-like face, so we're going to see if we can put a bit of detail on it. So let's try and get this off of here. I'm going to see if I can get the head off. It feels like it's solid plastic, so first off, oil and water, try and get the head off and then see what we can do. Okay, so the head came off quite easily. It is actually the rubber plastic. It must be just it's very cold here. I'm going to size that more. Couldn't get the feet out there. I think they're different plastic. So what I'm going to do is base coat the green parts, and for this I'm going to use Citadel Death Guard green because that's pretty close. So we're just going to give that a going over. Probably need a couple of coats. So I'm going to give them a couple of coats and then we'll come back and do some shading. So I decided to repaint the robes so that I can dry brush because there's some nice texture on it. So all I'm doing is using Humbrol 83, which is a matte ochre. I don't normally use Humbrol paints because they're a bit shit. But in this case I've got a pot of it and it's the right colour and it's going to take a fair bit of paint to coat this stuff, so that's why I'm using it. So all I'm doing is you're almost having to scrub it in because it's so sort of sackcloth moulded. You've either got to put loads on or just scrub it in. So that's what I'm going to do there. I've repainted the brown, touched up the belt and painted the neck in the green colour, the same as the head. So I'm going to finish that, and then by then the head should be dry and we can do some shading. Okay, so the face is still drying, but the hands are dry, so we're going to experiment on them. I'm going to try and do the shading with Warg flesh. I don't have any actual dark green ink or wash. I really should get some. So it's a bit of an experiment. We'll see if it works. I mean, the other way I could have done it would be to paint it completely in Warg flesh and then just dry brush it in the green. But let's just see if this is going to work. They say we're going to blend a lot of this out anyway. I've got a feeling it's going to work better if I paint the whole thing and then dry brush it in the lighter green. I don't know. I might do one hand one way and one hand the other way. So it might be too dark if I do it that way. Sorry, the camera moved. What's up with it? So this hand I'm going to paint completely in the darker and then dry brush it. So just as an experiment. So do it completely in the dark and then dry brush the lighter over it. Let's see if that works. I'm going to do that, we'll do that, then we'll come back and have a look, see which one works better. And we'll use that on the head. Okay, so the two hands are dry. So we're going to have a go at dry brushing each one and seeing which looks best. So it's an interesting effect. It's quite dark. Let's try dry brushing a normal method. Okay, sort of thinking I prefer the the lighter to the darker. Obviously I need to blend it in a lot more, but yeah, I think I'm going to go with this. So what I'm going to do now is use the darker green wag flesh to add some detail, some shading to the head. Okay, so what I'm going to do is carry on, finish that, and then we'll come back and blend it in. Okay, so shading's all dry, so we're just going to blend in using our normal technique of almost dry brushing, and then blend in the shading. But you sort of get the idea, so I'll carry on with that, and then we can come back and see what it looks like. Okay, so I've blended it in quite nicely, so what I'm going to do now is use a bit of white to dry brush some lighter shade on it. There we go. And then I'm going to paint the eyes in while the white's open. There we go. And I'm going to use flesh shade just to do in the mouth, the nostrils, probably the lips. I'll show you what I've done on the body so far, where my head's thrown. So I've painted the brown, I painted the sackcloth, I've shaded in some of the sackcloth, so we just need to dry brush white onto here. And for that I'm going to use my larger brush. And all we're going to do is dry brush over this, because they're meant to be quite faded robes. Now I'll also dry brush on the pouches. Just brings out the detail. So I'll finish that, coat the eyes again, and we'll come back and paint the eyes. Okay, so the eyes are dry, so we're going to paint his eyeballs in. And for that I'm going to use the Wild Flesh Green. It appears to have green eyes. It's got green everything, hasn't it? There we go. And I'm also going to use a darker green somewhere, a slightly darker green. That Vallejo green I was going to use. I'm just going to use this to edge the eyebrows. I need to find out what colour he is. Nails sort of an off-white. He's got dirty nails, so I'm going to use Xandri Dust. So do the rest of them. When the eyes dry, we'll come back, paint the pupils, do a few bits more, and there's not much left to do actually. Okay, so the pupils are dry, so I'm going to use black. I'm also going to use some flash wash just to run in the bottom of the eye and to take away some of its white this. So add a white dot to each eye. What I'm also going to do is try and replicate some of his wispy hair. So I've got some of this stuff, which is like it's a filler for stuffed animals. You also buy it in like Poundland for as cobwebs. So I'm going to try. I don't know how I'm going to glue it on, but I thought like some wispy, probably a bit much, but some wispy bits around his ears. I'm trying to think how to glue them on. Got some tacky glue. Try that. I don't want to use super glue because it might react. My tacky glue is blocked. See, my nozzle's blocked. Poke it now. Okay. Let's find the brush. I mean, this glue dries clear, so that's good. I can trim it off afterwards, so I'm going to stick some more of that on. I'm going to dry brush some grey on for the back of his hair. It's moulded on, it's not great, but only really going to look at front. I've painted the snake, so I'm going to finish painting him, and then we'll come back and I think it'll be just about done. Okay, so I finished Yoda. I've had to stand him up, so I've put some hair on him. He's looking right. I'm not sure about his lip. His lip might look a bit lipsticky. But then I've painted the snake, painted his little, I don't know, playing card holder, whatever you use it for. I'm sure this snake has got a whole backstory in Star Wars, but I've painted him how I wanted him. So yeah, I think it's a lot less toy-like. His hair needs a little of a trim, which I might do. But what do you think? Let me know down below. If you want to see more of these videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks then. Bye.